Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I'm back here at Shooters in Fort Myers, Florida, and I have plenty of stuff to review. Today I'm going to be doing the review of Beretta APX, 6-hour P365, Canik, Mete or Miti, SFT, and plenty of others that are waiting for me there in stock that we recently received here in the store. But before I get into the reviews, I wanted to ask you, I have a brand new channel. If you're Christian or interested in Christianity and want to check it out, make sure to check it out. It's called The Church of Fire, and you can find the link to the channel on the main page of this Firearms of America channel. Thanks in advance. So let's get into the review. I'm gonna start with, Beretta APX. Check this out, chambered in 9mm, this particular one, but they also have a 40 Smith & Wesson version. This particular one is 9mm, 4.25 inch barrel, 17 capacity magazine, as you can see, nicely numbered over here. Very excited. Beretta is truly a legendary company. Let's load up some 5 rounds into the magazine. And I'll tell you, while I'm doing this, I'll tell you why it is legendary. Well, the reason why it is legendary is because Beretta is the oldest acting firearms manufacturing company, almost 500 years old. I think in 2022, 23, 24, 25, I think. In 2025, I think it's going to be exactly 500 years. And the coolest part about Beretta is that it's the only company that is still family owned. It's still Beretta family that owns the company. So it's pretty impressive. I've done the whole video on the history of Beretta. If you're interested, check it out. It's on this channel. All right, I have 5 rounds in the magazine. As you can see, it is nicely numbered. Although it's there is no number 5. There's 4 and then 6. I guess Beretta doesn't like the, well, they do, because there's 10 and 12. Anyway, let's get into shooting. Don't make me do any counting over here. I'm not good at that. So, as you can see, the little orange circle right there at the very top is untouched. So we're gonna make it touched by this Beretta right now. Hopefully, if it's accurate enough. All right, let's see what we can do. And there we go. Beating around the bush, and then the last one I finally got it. You know what I didn't really notice shooting this gun? I didn't notice any recoil. Let me put one round. And just pay attention to the recoil, because it felt like there was none. Wow. 4.25 inch barrel with this kind of recoil, I have to say it's very, very impressive. There's practically nothing. It's very, very easy to handle. And let's start from the very beginning. Let's start with the grip. I absolutely love this grip. The ergonomics of this grip are just great. Check this out. So you have the sides are pretty flat. There is not much aggression going here, but the back is pretty aggressive. Very nice. Very similar to the Glock Generation 4, Generation 5 stippling, except this one is a little bit more aggressive, which I like even more. Finger grooves. I like the finger grooves. Makes me miss the old Glock Generation 4, Generation 3 finger grooves. And then some same aggression on the finger grooves here as well. Very good ergonomically, just great. Fits very nicely. Now, the mag release. Mag release is not ambidextrous, as you can see, only on one side. Very good design overall of the mag release button. Very easy to operate. Pretty good. And as you can see, the magazine kind of jumps out of the gun, which makes it easier for a tactical quick mag reload replacement, right? So pretty good overall. Now moving further, we don't have any serrations on the trigger guard, so this is not really gonna work very well with this gun. The slide release is one-hand operation. It was one-hand operation. There you go. One-hand operation. Not much of the, very similar to the Glock mag release. Not much of the grip on it to kind of catch on it. Not that bad, but on the plus side, it is ambidextrous, as you can see. All right, so let's put some 5 more rounds, and then we'll start talking about the rest of the gun, which would be the sights, which would be the trigger, which would be the slide itself. We'll see how that all goes. So the magazine is very easy to load. It's double stacked, but as you can see at the very top, it's narrowed down for easier mag injection, for quick replacement reload. All right, so that orange, let's see if we can do a little better job with that orange. Yeah. Now that is a better job. Not the bullseye, but almost bullseye. Okay, speaking of the bullseye, let's talk about the sights. Sights here, I really wish that the slide release was a little bit easier to catch with your thumb, but not a huge deal, just would be nice. All right, so sights, we got our standard 3-dot sights, although the rear side, I don't know if it's dirt. This is a brand new gun. I don't think this is really dirt. Looks like some dirt got in there. There's like black dots inside of the white dots. I'm not sure where they come from. I don't think they belong there. But it's your regular standard 3-dot, 3-post sight. I mean, there's nothing crazy about it, right? The slide itself is fairly heavy, it's fairly bulky, so there's a lot of gripping space. If you're one of those type of rackers, if you're one of these, I don't know, however the hell you rack, there's some serrations at the front of the slide, there's some serrations at the back, and of course you have your Beretta Gordon VT, which stands for Valtrompia. Yes, it's the village where Beretta company was born. Check it out. Amazing history of Beretta. The video, I have it on this channel. Let's talk about the trigger. So we have a kind of like a safe action system type of trigger, right? But here is actually much more pronounced, this pre-trigger right over here. As you can see, it sticks out quite a lot. So I do like it because it gives you, besides the drop safety, which is what the intention of this pre-trigger is, it also gives you, before you put in your finger on the trigger, you put your finger on the pre-trigger. So it gives you kind of that psychological preparedness, right, before you have your finger on the trigger. But once you do, you have about, what is this, like 1 millimeter maybe, 1.5 millimeter of safe familiar travel, and then you have, let's see if I can get that. Couldn't get it. All right, let's try again. So we have 1 millimeter, and then there, probably like millimeter, if not half a millimeter, and then a crisp break. So it's a pretty good balance between tactical trigger, which this is more of what it is, versus accuracy trigger. You can still be accurate if you learn this trigger and you learn these stages of the trigger. You can be pretty accurate with it and hit the target every time without stressing too much about it. You probably noticed the accessory rail here at the very front. So if you are flashlight type of guy, if you're a laser type of guy, no judgment, whatever, but you have that option. And of course the disassembly here, you have your lever, which is now is being implemented more and more in all of these handguns that are kind of designed to be tactical combat handguns that serve as a sidearm for a quick disassembly if you are in the field and you need to quickly perform maintenance on your gun, so pretty good overall. Now there isn't really much of the safety features here. It looks like the loaded chamber indicator, but it's not really a loaded chamber or a cocked gun indicator, nothing like that. So there isn't really much whenever it comes to safety. There's no manual thumb safety. Safety wise, this would be similar to your Glock, right? And this right here with the 17 capacity and the 4¼ inch barrel, this would be something like a Glock 45, right? Comparable to Glock 45. So let me put some 5 rounds and we will try to finish up with more or less, because that's all I can do, more or less. Reasonable conclusion here. But overall I do like it. And I mean, Beretta, I'll always have some bias towards Beretta. Really anything that I review from them, I will always be respectful and nice to Beretta because they are, I mean, pretty amazing company. So yeah, you get the point. So let's see that yellow in the middle. That circle does not look very touched by anyone. So let's touch it. There you go. That's how you shoot. That's how you touch a circle. So overall, I have to say I'm a huge fan of this gun, Beretta APX. Really nice. I think grip is my favorite part of this gun. The mag release is pretty good. I pressed the mag release without getting ready to catch the mag, but I still did, so pretty good. The trigger is decent. I think it could have been better. It could have been, I prefer more crispier triggers, not as mushy, but it's not a big deal. The slide is a little bit bulky, but very similar to a Glock. The slide release, again, is very similar to a Glock. So overall, pretty good. The sides are your standard 3-dot size, so not much. So overall, not much, but it handles the recoil very well. The trigger is good. The sights are good. The grip is awesome. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you're a fan of Beretta, then you're definitely gonna appreciate this one. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about this Beretta APX 9mm over here? What do you think about this review? If you have any suggestions or recommendations for reviews, drop them in the comments below and I will try to address them. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was Firearms of America. I'll see you guys in the next video.